risk takers in that we're defining the model and going more than 3. We might have upwards of 6 classes that will be part of this collaborative project, which is also why there's not as much on there. But this will include humanities, language A, math, science, and perhaps visual and performing arts. We'll see about that. The concept that unifies us all is transformations. The unit question is what causes conflicts amongst nations, and I'd probably add ideologies, and how might such conflicts impact various areas of study, or I'm sorry, various areas of society. To add on, this is going to revolve around the Cold War, and so historically, obviously, we're going to be, I as a humanities teacher will be covering the factors that lead to the Cold War and break societies apart, and what changes that causes historically, at least within the societies, increasing paranoia. Then Lori, as the English teacher, language teacher.
Students will be reading The Crucible by Arthur Miller, and we'll be focusing in on the production of the text, so when was it written, who was writing it, what was the purpose, and then the reception of the text as well. And
and then in the science, we'll be looking at the technology of warfare, particularly of projectiles, and seeing how technology affected political decisions.
And then in the math, those projectiles, their movement is modeled by mathematical equations that we can investigate in the math.
And so at least with the performing arts, one thought was, if Bruce was interested in putting together The Crucible amongst the 10th grade students as a play, or at least different scenes from it. And visual arts, perhaps.
Yes, well, we can be part of this in a couple of different ways. So if we have performing arts involved here, then we will do a design for a set and costume, which will resemble, again, historical background. And if they don't decide to do the play, but just to focus on Cold War and consequences, then we will do some kind of political propaganda and propaganda in general, because it was really strong during that period of time, using the symbols and everything from that period of time.
And Bill had the idea of doing a mock-up of a war, an air raid shelter.
yes, air raid shelter, and we talked about rockets. Then we also talked about an extended field trip. So potential.
It's alive.
Yeah.
It's alive.
Yes. Wait. We also, we know that Branka already told us that we should only have 2 or 3 people in a project like this. So what we thought that we would do for the assessment is to just break into smaller group assessments. For example, Patrick and I would do a science math assessment. You two would do humanities language A assessment, and break it down that way so that we don't have 6 people assessing one huge thing.
There you go.
Thank you.